All right, so we're starting the day with a Thousand Year Storm list. Thousand Year Storm gives all of your instants and sorceries. You copy it for every instant and sorcery cast before it each turn. This turn. So we're going to use cards like Pirate's Pillage, Mission Briefing, Radical Idea, Chart of Course, Chemist's Insight to draw a bunch of cards to draw us into Shock or Fight with Fire and then kill our opponent. Or I guess we also have Lightning Strike. Electromancer is here to make our spells cheaper, so we can chain through more cards. And then we kind of have a transformational sideboard here. So when they bring in Hate for Thousand Year Storm, we can transition into a Niv Mizzet Drake deck. Should be interesting. Should be a good time. Dang it, why doesn't it add me to the queue? I do that every time. How are the Packers and the Jets in overtime? Good Lord. Cowboys ended up winning the division today. Chiefs won the division last night with the Chargers' loss and secured the number one seed with the Titans losing today, or the Texans losing today. So not a bad week for football. Sand seems fine. Unfortunately, we don't have a blue source on one, so we can opt, but I'll keep it. What's up, Tommy? What's going on, dude? So this was Tommy's sub deck. So anything that goes wrong in this league is obviously Tommy's fault. And anything cool that happens is all mine. So it looks like we're up against like a red white brew, probably a mentor brew if they're playing this thing. I'm gonna start with an opt. I don't think I want Shard of Course here. Radical Idea is fine. Oh, I guess I could have Lightning Strike this and then drawn two with the Charter Course. Instead, I'm going to opt on the instep and try to find a land for next turn. I would love a land. I'm going to go ahead and shock this in and play out the second Electromancer. But I'm not going to attack here because I want to keep my my Electromancer around. I guess there's probably an argument to attack there and try to get them to trade. And then play the second Electromancer after combat. Instead, we're just going to play out this Ral this turn. They're going to Daredevil, I'm assuming, taking... Okay, strike down our Electromancer. That seems fine. Yep. I'm actually going to plus here. And I'm going to take this Chemist's Insight. So if they attack with both knights into Ral, I'll let him die. If they attack with one knight into Ral, like knight plus Dire Fleet into Ral, I'll block. So I guess I don't understand why they're playing this thing. Just as like another 2-drop? But like, why wouldn't they be on a Danto? Okay, so attack all in at Ral, I'm gonna let him die. Ral was a casual gain 10. Not gonna complain about that. I'm gonna start with this because I want to. If I draw like a Steam Vince, I want to be able to play it out. Alright, Pirate's Pillage means I'm gonna go ahead and play it and discard a land. My face cam is stuck. Hey Cliff, thanks for the sub, man. I greatly appreciate that. Let's see if I can't get this thing to cooperate. My cam was acting up earlier as well. I thought I got everything working. There it goes. Does it look better? Better? Cool. So whatever this Aurelia targets, I'm going to Lightning Strike. I'll take my 6. So I can mission briefing into Pirate's Pillage. Four of 2 1s right now. The trophy eludes me. You know, Cliff, you should get better. Dude, I thought the balance deck looked really, really good. I really like the balance deck. I'm pretty sure we're dead. So, Drew, instead of sniping it, just take a screenshot. That works for me. Mine always come out decent. So what are we casting here? Cliff, this makes me happy. Oh, cool, we're dead. I want these Crackling Drakes because they make like attacking really awkward for my opponent. I don't think we want Niv here. I want all the removal. I think we can reasonably cut like the 2 mission briefings. That game they got Ugin to death. So I told Tommy that like this deck doesn't really do anything unless we draw exactly 1000-Year Storm, and like game 1 was the perfect example of that. Like we just didn't do anything because we never drew our namesake card. So I switched out for Charter Course specifically so that we have more discarded outlets for our Arclight Phoenix. Like, we see 1 card less, but like it also gives us an additional 3 discard outlets for our Arclight Phoenix, which I think is actually better. So yeah, that's the only reason I made that switch, was because I wanted more discard outlets for Phoenix. Because otherwise I felt like it wasn't consistent enough of a sideboard plan. Alright, let's start with this. That is Tommy correct. Tajik. I kind of want to make this trade. Good old Bacon Bolt. Oh, good lord. I'm bad. I also think Tajik is just insane. And then next turn we can Beacon Bolt down the other token, so that their history just doesn't actually do anything. We had nothing going on, and we just had nothing going on, and they had a board, so might as well just get on with our lives. Lost the die roll. Well, luckily our opponent has more losses than us, so. Sure. Double mission briefing's a little awkward with this basic mountain in our hand, which I think is another reason. Like, I know, Tommy, you're on 8 and 8 basics, but I think because of specifically mission briefing that you want less mountains. Green black, you say? Like, if this mountain was an island, we could opt here on one as well. So I don't think this little Electromancer is long for this world. Also, we got kind of a non-bow here with a Cannonade and an Electromancer. Like, I can't Cannonade without losing my Electromancer, but I would love an untapped land. I would love an untapped land. I mean, I think in the blind, having access to Electromancer is probably worth keeping. So I'm going to Cannonade here as a 1-for-1. I'm doing this in response to the trigger, otherwise it could be a 4-3 and not die. Probably bin that. They're probably looking for a land. Like, keep the Reaper. Digging for a land. Go ahead, opponent. So kicker is an additional cost, so we can, when it gains jump start later, we can pay the kicker cost because it's an additional cost, correct? That's how that works? So I'm doing this now because I might want to be able to mission briefing Cannonade later, and I want to be able to get rid of the Midnight Reaper so that they're not drawing additional cards off of it. Whereas if I would have cannonaded there, they would have gotten to draw 2 cards off of it compared to drawing 1 here. Vraska Golgari Queen. Probably binning this cast down. They kept the cast down. Okay, that's really good for us. I'm going to go ahead and pass it back. This turn I'm probably going to mission briefing for Cannonade. I'm going to go ahead and take the 6, using my life as a resource here, because if they play something post-combat, I want to be able to clean it up as well. Sure. I'm really surprised they kept this cast down on top. Wild Growth Walker. I would like a 1,000-Year Storm, please. Actually, it's not even that good here because Vivian can just tick down on it. I think I want the Pirate's Pillage. And I think I want to bend this other mission briefing. No, it lets us see cards, so I think I'm just going to bend this. I think I just want to bend this mountain. Like, we're gaining 2 mana off of this. So I'm going to go ahead and play out this Electromancer. And then if they want to take down Vraska on it, I'm completely fine with that. So most likely what I'm going to do here is I'm going to, in response to them like ticking down on it, I'm going to cast, I'm going to flashback my Chemist's Insight. Yeah, I definitely think Vivian was like, I think it was, because of the situation in which Standard was in at the time, I think it was very underplayed and like undervalued. Here I'm going to discard this Lightning Strike. Okay, Ral lets us have a little bit of game. You got a 1/3. Let's see what we find here. I'm going to take the Charter Course. Let's go ahead and fire that off. Probably bending this island. Okay, so we have a 1,000-Year Storm. So I think because of that, I'm going to bend the Mission Briefing. Mission Briefing lets us do things next turn. So 6 for 1,000-Year Storm. We can then Mission Briefing into... Mission Briefing lets us get back our Pirate's Pillage. So I think I'm actually just going to discard this Shock for now. Hey, what's going on, Carl? How are you, bud? How was work? Dude, I understand. I'm real glad I have tomorrow off. Sure. Trigger on the stack. I'm going to bolt this thing. So we know their hand is Cast Down Swamp, and then they have a Midnight Reaper on top. So we can play Thousand Year Storm. So we can Thousand Year Storm, Mission Briefing, cast 2 Lightning Strikes and leave them with the Llanowar Elves. Vivian then down ticks and kills our Thousand Year Storm. So we have 4, 9, 10, 11 mana this turn. So we can... Actually, no, that's not quite right. We can Mission Briefing for Mission Briefing, and then cast this Shock for 3, which can take care of the Midnight Reaper, the Elf. Actually, we can just shoot Vivian for 6, which then means Vivian can't tick down. It means we're going to lose Ral. I think I'm going to take the Shock here. Play the Thousand Year Storm. I think I'm going to Mission Briefing for Opt. And hope to find another Shock on top. Graveyard, both of those. Target this. Opt. Cast this Opt. Trigger a Thousand Year Storm. So we get 4 looks at a Shock. I don't want to land. Second Thousand Year Storm isn't bad. Okay, unfortunately that Pirate's Pillage doesn't do anything for us. So we have 3 Shocks. So I think we just need to shoot down Vivian here. Put Vivian down to 2. Now Vivian can't take care of the Thousand Year Storm this turn. And if they have Assassin's Trophy, they can trophy our Thousand Year Storm, which then just ramps us more for the next one. We have this Radical Idea in the yard, so we have... If we untap a Thousand Year Storm, we can go Radical Idea into Pirate's Pillage. Or Radical Idea into Fight with Fire. Into Pirate's Pillage. To then draw 6. Draw 6 and make 6 clues. Actually, Radical Idea is 1-2. And then Pirate's Village is 1, 2, 3, 4. We make 4 clues, or 4 tokens. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can actually just win next turn. So if we had done that, we could have cleared the Vivian. So if we draw a land, I think we win. Okay, this clears Ral. So if we had targeted Lightning Strike, we could have cleared Vivian. Or went poke, poke, and then... Or poke the Lightning, the Midnight Reaper, and shoot Vivian down to 2. Which then means it can't take down to kill our Thousand Year Storm. Maybe we're still doing 6 to Vivian, but we're down a treasure then? Alright, let's start with a radical idea out of the yard. Discard this Thousand Year Storm. So this is mana neutral. This then nets us mana, and then we can kick Fight with Fire, and just wipe the board. I mean, I came here to draw cards, so I'm gonna draw cards. I mean, we could kill ourselves. We have the option of decking ourselves. So we have 16 mana. So Lightning Strike is not lethal. But, like, Fight with Fire is. But I want them to pick their board up first. I would like to deal 10 to everything, please. I'm having fun. Kill your planeswalkers. Blast your Vivian. Blast your thing. 10 you. That one on the stack, I'm gonna bolt you. Target me, target me, target me, and then we'll kill you. All right, I want the pillages. I want. How much of the removal do I want is the big question. I think we can cut the mission briefings. All of these are able to discard our Phoenix, so I think they're fine to keep in. I like Beacon Bolt. I like the Cannonades. So I think it's like these two shocks. Sure. So opponent is quickly trying to figure out what the hell we just did to him. Because we did him dirty. Nah. I'm going to mulligan this hand. Never mind, it didn't. I'm going to keep this hand. I do not want another land. Don't kill me, opponent. Nice. Drew, those are two completely different things. Show and Tell didn't kill you if he... What? I'm going to play my tap land. Nice 2-1. It does my Cannonade. I think I'm going to ditch the mountain here. How did you give him mana off of Show and Tell? I am so confused. I'm assuming this is take your negate. I thought Mana Flare was... Oh, Mana Flare is the red heartbeat. I keep thinking Mana Flare is the one that generates mana for each tapped land you control, which I don't think is in the cube. So I'm actually going to lead on Crackling Drake next turn, because if they have a removal spell, I'd rather them kill it than my Murmuring Mystic. Karn. You can have a Duress. Take it down, pick up their Vivian. Do they have land? Okay. Cast their Vivian, kill my Crackling Drake. And then I get to play my Drake. Bacon Bolt is not a bad draw. Because that means if they maybe we want to keep in the shocks when we bring in Phoenix, just so it's another cheap spell, and just like cut all 4 lightning strikes. So this turn we can Fiery Cannonade the board, attack Vivian for 3 and kill off Vivian. Carney T gets blocked by my Crackling Drake. Sure. Yep. Saw that coming, so we're going to Beacon Bolt this down. And then we're going to kill off this Vivian. I would love to use this ability. So I can Phoenix down Vivian. You can have a Contempt. So far, I think the Phoenix plan might be a little ambitious post-board. There's no like red sweeper outside of like Star of Extinction that can kill a Carnage Tyrant, is there? That's fine. Pillage is better with the Niv plan. And I think Niv is definitely a way we can try to run away with these games. So we're getting Carnage Tyranted this turn regardless. Carney. Maybe Detection Tower as a way to deal with Karn. I mean, with I'm gonna hold this land. I'm gonna poke Karn for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can't. I guess I could have beacon bolted the branch walker and like had back blockers to be able to block the Carnage Tyrant, but I don't think we're beating the first one, let alone the second one. Not without Star of Extinctions in the board. I'm not going to block here because they could pick up Finality and then Finality away my Mystic. So we can Beacon Bolt down the Branch Walker, which will leave us back enough toughness to be able to block the Carnage Tyrant, but they just pick up... Oh, okay, we're just dead. Cool. I guess we can draw, like, exactly Niv Mizzet. Niv plus Mystic lets us block Carnage Tyrant. Crackling Drake's a redraw. Cool. I just think this Arclight Phoenix plan is too ambitious. I don't even know what my hand looks like yet. Niv Mizzet seems really, really powerful. So with Basic Mountain and Steam Vents, we have enough blue sources for Niv, so I'm going to discard this other mountain. I think the sideboard plan has some good ideas. I don't think the Arclight Phoenix plan is where we want to be. Like I don't think we have. I think playing Discovery is also. Yeah, sure. I'll discard my Pirate's Pillage. Having access to. Where was I going? Having access to Discovery as well is an interesting interesting idea. It might be better than Mission Briefing, whereas Mission Briefing does let us like it's better with the 1,000-Year Storm plan because we get to immediately cast another spell. Oh, damn it. There we go. Much better. Cannonade's a really good draw there. Because it lets us wrath their board and keep ours. So if we Pirate's Pillage, I think I want to Pirate's Pillage after I get Niv into play. So I think I want to play Mystic into Sulphur Falls. Leave up Bluffing, Spell Pierce, or Dive Down here. And if they have a removal spell for this, that means hopefully they're out of removal spells and Niv gets to live. And if they don't have a removal spell for this, I might honestly just go Fiery Cannonade into or Pirate's Pillage into Cannonade next turn. And that one lives through Cannonade, and that makes me sad. I would love to shock. Niv Mizzet. Go. So now we can Cannonade, shoot the Druid, and wipe their board. Pirate's Pillage also just takes care of this Branchwalker. Actually, Pirate's Pillage takes care of the Druid of the Cowl. Don't Barney me. No. That's so incredibly rude. Ral, I think you're a little late to the party, bud. Actually, I don't think we're going to need this cannonade. Pew! Pew! Yeah, we can race Barney. So if they have an answer to Niv, we have negate. If they don't do anything here, I think instead I'm going to lightning strike them. So like I'd never have an opportunity to put negate down. Yeah, sure, I'll take 7. And like finality doesn't do anything on this board. Sure, you can have a branch walker. Sure. Since they tapped out, I'm going to do my thing. We'll shoot you. We'll shoot you. We'll shoot you. And I'm pretty sure we killed them this turn. Well, I think your time has come, buddy. Cool. The Niv Mizzet plan is definitely sweet in a deck full of cantrips. Cliff, are you still around? Do you are you still drafting your sweet blue-based counterspell deck? Because let me tell you, I'm a big fan of Pack One Pick One. I'm a big fan of Pack One Pick One Mystic Confluence. Oh, we won a die roll. Oh, we have opt into Electromancer. I think so, Tommy. I think Enigma Drake is fine. I want pictures. I want to see how dirty you got. Is this one of those if I don't 3-0 I'm quitting drafting? Oh. Combo. I'm going to go ahead and... I think I'm just going to pass here. And if they have the Curious Obsession, I'm going to Lightning Strike. And hope they don't also have Spell Pierce. Like, if they have Wizard's Retort here, that's fine. Well, as fine can be. Okay. Kinda doesn't know. Let me Anna and me do it in my van every Sunday. Scotty doesn't know. Oh, Scotty doesn't know. Oh. Go, Grizzly Bear, go. Alright, I'm coming to look. Man, do I love Scarab God. Alright, how many reanimate spells do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Good lord, this deck is hot. We have Time Walk and Ancestral and Tutor. Oh, this deck is hot. This deck is very, very hot. You make me feel things, Cliff, and I didn't know I could feel them. Also, we just have gifts on burial rites. Oh my lord, this deck is hot. This deck is insane. This deck is insane. Yeah, that's a problem. Having too many playables is a problem. Sure. I think I want to go ahead and cannonade now as well. Just like tell them to pick their board up. Also, Scarab God in Reanimator is just so hot. So they can have negate, but they can't have. They can have negate or spell pierce, and they have neither. Okay. So now we can mission briefing for cannonade to kill this Jin. So this can get back Pirate's Pillage, discard our Chemister's Insight. So we find a land on top. We can Radical Idea, draw my land, draw it. Okay. And then we can Chemister's Insight here. Draw 2 cards, or draw 4 cards. And then if we draw a land, we can Radical Idea to draw 3 cards. And then next turn we get to go off. We get the Lightning Strike into Pirate's Pillage. Or we get to Radical Idea out of the yard. We can go Radical Idea, try to draw a land into Pirate's Pillage, draw 4, make 6 tokens, or draw 6, make 6. And then Lightning Strike should be lethal. So that would be 4, and then 5. So that's 9 copies. That's 27 damage. So we have lethal next turn. If we go Radical into Radical, Pirate's Pillage, Strike, which we have enough mana for. Opponent. Where are you? All right, let's kill our opponent, shall we? Radical Idea. I've seen Thousand Year Storm in performance before, and it's so cool when it goes off. I was playing a teamer version that was using like Grow from the Ashes and Circuitous Route to like ramp and to like have a lot of mana the turn you play Thousand Year Storm and go off. The deck was really cool and it was really, really inconsistent. So I have 6 mana here, so we can Radical. Discard Ral. Pirate's Pillage. Discard this land. Trigger. trigger opponent. Resolves. My trigger resolves. I would like to resolve 2 pirate spillages. Opponent. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure it has. This is definitely a deck I've worked on. What do we got on the board? I think this is a Drake. I think I want Drakes. I don't know if I want to go like all in though. Alright, well that's another Pirate's Pillage. So now even if they have another counterspell, this nets mana. Oh, good lord. Good lord. Man, am I glad we already had everything. Lightning Strike you. Man. Target you. Target you. Target you. And the last one I'm going to target you. And I'm going to shock. Oh, no, that's not right. I want to shock them so that the last shock will kill them. Shock this, shock this, shock you, shock you, shock you. Lightning Strike you. Good, good. Do I want to go all in? Ral is removal. Let's try something like this. I don't think I want negate here. I don't like just making them use their mana. Like you have to target them at specific times to be able to make them use their mana, so that you can do what you want. when this format first started, I played a lot, and the mono blue deck I hated playing against it because it just seemed like they always had it, and like it didn't matter what I did, I just got they killed me every time. So as a result, like I'm like, all right, I actually feel like I need to. I guess we can cut down on these 1,000-year storms, can't we? And like, so I'm like, all right, if this deck is doing this powerful of stuff, I want to, I want to play it. And so I picked up the mono blue deck and played it for quite a while. And I do think the deck is very good. I think being able to correctly assess what your opponent has and therefore need to be able to play your counter spells appropriately is the hardest part about the deck. Like obviously, it's very much a tempo deck, just like Delver is in Legacy, where I'm going to play this threat, and all my resources are going to be on protecting this threat or disrupting you so that you can't disrupt my threat. And it's really really interesting the like various play styles of it. I really like the ins and outs of it. It's going, David. What's the good word tonight, man? We're storming on some nerds in standard as we draw a hand with 0 storm cards. I think we are. Carl and I are going to officially set the podcast in motion sometime this week. I'm waiting on my art guy to get back with me so that we actually have our logo made. And then I think we're going to start recording tomorrow and actually get everything up and going. So everyone be on the lookout for that. I almost texted you earlier and asked if you had been playing a lot of Standard. I wasn't sure if you had been playing Standard yet or not. What was last weekend at Spanky's? Gotcha. What did you end up losing to? This is the Twitter page for the podcast for everyone. If you could go ahead and leave that a follow. I'm going to be posting from it, and basically everything from it. I'm also going to be retweeting from my own, so that you can get as much information about the podcast as it comes out. I'm going to go ahead and shock this dork on 1. Just so we don't get blown out like we did last game. And congrats on your second place, man. I know it doesn't feel good to be, the first loser, but you had to be the first loser a couple times before you get your first win, or a win. So I mean, I haven't gotten there yet. I've played for a while now, and I've never won a PPTQ. I've never won an IQ. But I feel like I try to have consistent results, and I know that playing long enough, you'll eventually get a win. It's just not your day every day. So yeah, man, that's a hell of a weekend. I mean, a hell of a streak. I had before I borrowed Tron from you, I had 3 in a row with hardened scales. So like I understand. And like I said, sometimes it's just not your weekend. And so when you finally do get that win, it'll just make it that much sweeter. Just knowing that you've been so close for so long. I'm going to go ahead and play out this Electromancer here. And then I'm going to play this tap land. And so I want to leave this Radical Idea in my hand until I have Murmuring Mystic online. So that I can the more spells I have, the more tokens I'm going to get off this Mystic, and I think that's where I want to be. So we're getting attack for 6 down to 10. We're gonna go Radical Idea into Radical Idea. Hopefully draw another spell at some point in there. We have 3 looks at another spell. Tommy, honestly, I think you could turn the Phoenixes into more Mystics, because every time we've resolved this spell, I just feel like in a very, very good position. Like, this being a 1/5 means it's really hard to take off the board with damage-based removal. Like, it lives through Finality, which came up in the matchup against Green-Black. Spell. Well, guess we're discarding a Niv. Spell. What I meant to say is I didn't want to draw a spell. I know that could be a misunderstanding. They could have Trickster here, and I don't want to... I think losing my Electromancer for a Trickster is fine. I think that's fine. Opponent's over here waiting on me because I'm hanging out on Twitter. I'm going to block the 4/4, then play Niv. Oh. I need to. Carl and I will figure it all out tomorrow. We'll after we record and everything, we'll figure out what day we're going to release and all that good stuff. So, second Tempest Gen is really annoying. Okay, they could have dived down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play out this Niv and just pass. They can't have another Trickster. So if they don't have land, that'd be fantastic for us. But that also means that they're holding 7 spells. Okay, I'm assuming this is Trickster, the Niv. That means I have to block the Tempest Gen. I take 6. Okay. So yeah, block the Tempest Gen. We go to 1 now. So we have to draw a spell this turn. Could have presented lethal. I think I need to try to get this Storm Tamer off the table. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot the Trickster. I'm going to shock the Storm Tamer. And hopefully they dive down in response. Because then I get to shoot down the Trickster. So we're dead because we didn't draw a spell? Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm gonna turn on my light. I will be right back. Hand's good. Hand's really good. Now if we could draw a shock or a lightning strike for their dork on 1, that'd be even better. We have the fiery cannons in our deck still, right? We do. Okay. I don't think they would have they would have dove down on the first one. I think they would have done it in response to lethal. Okay, Fight with Fire is a pretty decent draw there. Since they don't have a dork on 1, that means we're going to get to Chart a Course next turn. Warkite Marauder. I think I'm just going to shoot that down. Then I'm going to get my draw 2 on. Draw all my lands. So we're playing Young Pyromancer and Lightning Bolt. See, this could be a modern deck. We have Opt and Lightning Bolt and Young Pyromancer. And like we have a modern mana base. That's annoying. I would not like another land. So I'm going to pass here. I guess I could have attached with the Electromancer. If they blocked, I could have shocked it. So before blockers, I'm going to shock. Or I'm going to bolt 1. So I get to clear both of their Tempest Gens here. Do you also have dive down? So, like, if they have a dive down, they can save one of them. But, like, then I feel really far ahead. Especially if we can, like, continue to draw spells. Like, if this happens, I feel so far ahead it's not funny. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to hold this land for radical ideas. And then, like, we can try the same play this next turn of shock and double block. Put a card on top. So either they have another threat, or they have a Tempest, or they have a dive down. Either way, I'm fine. I'm letting this happen. Okay. I feel great. Okay. I feel fine. I guess it's actually incorrect to not play land there. Because if we would have drawn land, we could have played Niv right off the top. And, like, then had land. Obsession's really good for them. Hopefully helps them, like, hopefully they just break off and die, but... So I'm actually going to opt on my turn, because if I find a Crackling Drake, I want to be able to play it. Well, okay. It's upon a midnight dreary. So we have Fiery Cannonade to clear out this board. We also can draw Goblin Electromancer. That's a really good draw. If they want to play Trickster, I'm fine with that, because I'll just play out the second Electromancer. Yeah, this is fine. Okay. Yeah, I'll take my 2. Going off. Sure. Sure. Okay. Slightly awkward. Do you have Counterspell? Do you have Counterspell now? That's fine. So we're dead to Triple Trickster. So now we can Beacon Bolt the Tempest Gen. They sack Storm Tamer if they don't have another counterspell. What the hell? Okay. It's a card. They should really do this on my turn. Oh, they can't. Okay. That's hot. That is some hotness. Okay, so they have 2 blockers. So block, take 4. So they have Merfolk Trickster as their last card. We're dead. Yeah, don't have it. I can't do anything about it. Don't have Trickster. And they timed out. Cool. So I think even if they hadn't have, like, because we went straight to blocks, they didn't have it, and so they could have like Blink of an Eye as like their only other out if they didn't have Trickster. Well, we have our namesake card. The problem is this hand doesn't really do anything else. But, like, we have Electromancer on 2. Is this Drake's or is this Jeskai? This looks like Drake's. I lied. This is not Drake's. This is Blue-Red Pirates. Okay. Opponent has our number. These fiery cannonades are very good. I'm going to go ahead and shock this now. So it is Drake's. Do you have dive down? They don't. Okay. I don't... Is this just blue-red cards I own? That's what it feels like. Accidentally passed through combat. No big deal. Charging Monstrosaur. Stormfleet Sprinter. These are standard legal magic cards. I don't know what the hell's going on. So we can cannonade. I think I'm just gonna double Beacon Bolt here. Beacon Bolt this down and then pitch a cannonade. Nope, you can draw 3. There's a chance that they have shock and or lightning strike in their deck. So if I let that resolve, we're just dead. Get in there, Charging Monstrosaur. Punished for not cannonading last turn. So this is free with... Yeah, I'll take it, I guess. I'm going to pass here and attempt to block plus strike it. Oh, I can't even do that. Yeah, we're dead. Do we want some negates? I don't think so. And Murmuring Mystic doesn't seem good against their 5/5 with Trample. Hand's fine. I think that first hand might have been like actually a mulligan. Like, we play enough cantrips that being able to cantrip into a like to find our Thousand Year Storm shouldn't in theory be a problem. And like you need to draw lands and spells to make that hand good. That's why I didn't bring it in, Tommy. Because I had the same thought process. Yeah, I'll take 4. Okay, so we can cast Niv Mizzet and just try to slam this door shut. And I think... Okay, so we can play Niv, or we can play our Thousand Year Storm. And I think with the way our hand is laid out, I want to play Niv. Turn 4 Niv Mizzet. This Pirate's Pillage card is really good. I'll block. No, I won't. I lied. Casual turn 4 Niv. No big deal. No blocks. Alright, hope we get another turn. We might be able to burn them out. Nope. Draw away. Nope. Draw away. Alright, so we start with shock. We can go shock into lightning strike into pirate's pillage. Let's just start casting spells. And we'll figure it out as we go. So then this lightning strike is 6. And then the next one is 12. Yeah, they're dead. Two mana, draw 4. I mean, I know they're dead, but they don't know they're dead, so I'm gonna draw 10 cards. So this is draw 11 for 2 mana. I'm gonna screenshot that one because that's this is gross. I have a grape shot you. Cast grape shot. Now I'm gonna hit submit. Chat, what's our hand look like? Wait, hold on. What? Okay, there we go. Yeah, sure. We have turn 2 Electromancer into turn 3 draw 2 cards. Lava Coil, how rude. The opponent is so rude. I'm still going to draw 2 cards this turn. That's incredibly rude as well. Opponent is so rude. How rude is my opponent? Alright, Ral, I'm going to need you to do a little bit of heavy lifting here for a minute, bud. How rude! What is going on? I just want to have fun too, opponent. I swear, if we draw land and they have a third Spell Pierce, I'm going to tilt out of my chair. Thank you for not playing your 5/5. Oh, and level land. I'm assuming I'm getting risk vectored here. Nope, okay. No big dino's good. Okay. Nope. Alright. Opponent wanted it more. See if we can be a real deck. Sure. Little land heavy, but... Well, we have turn 4 Thousand Year Storm. pending that they don't kill my Electromancer or counter my my Pirate's Pillage. Yep, do your thing, opponent. That thing's a wizard. Huh. I feel like this might be a little too late. Man, if they hadn't killed Electromancer, that turn's going to be really good. Whirly boy. So, if they use the mana off of Steamkin, we can strike it down. Alright, they didn't, so I'm gonna kill their Chain Whirler, and then I'm dead to Lightning Strike. And here I had to rip Shock or Lightning Strike to keep playing. They're frenzying with 3 cards in hand. Yep, that also does it. Oh. Tommy, I feel like we might be a little heavy on the converted mana cost of the deck. Like with 3,000 Year Storms, four Pirates Pillage, 4 Chemister's Insight, like that's a lot of top end. This hand is really good if we can draw some spells. Please don't kill my little goblin boy. I worked really hard to get this goblin. He's all mine. Damn. Opponent's a big fat jerk. I don't like negate here. Like most of their threats are creatures, and like just having a negate doesn't really do anything for us. Like, yeah, sure, we can counter Frenzy, but eh. I think if they're resolving, like, if they're casting Frenzy, we're already behind. No spells to grow the Steamkin's good for us. I did not cast my Chemister's Insight. I am really bad at this game. I would love a shock. Bottom. Flipper treasure map. Bottomed. What's your name? What's your sign? I'm gonna creep up behind and ask you what your interests are. Who you be with? What number's the dial? You gonna be here for a while? I'm gonna call my crew. You gonna call your crew. We can rendezvous at the bar around 2. Good Lord. Do not forget to cast our insight. Do not F6. Can we draw Vandal Blast? Is that acceptable? Yeah, we still have the cannons in the deck. Sure. Here's my 4 mana 6/4. So now we're just trying to dig towards Niv. I'm assuming they don't have like lava coils in their deck still. So our mono red opponent has seen more cards than us. I'm lightning striking that as soon as possible. I'll take this 3. Because I want to be able to strike down the Steamkin. I don't want this to die to a burn spell. Oh, this is a pirate. You're right, Tommy. You are correct. So they... I would not like another land. Another lightning strike is really good. It's also a really good draw. So if the Electromancer lives through the next turn, we can actually fight with fire for lethal. Oh, I should have lightning striked in response, because then I could have striked plus opt. Right click, attack with all. I don't understand this attack. So the last two cards could be like, or the last three cards could be like shock plus, they could have like shock plus shock plus chain whirler, and then the firebrand will finish off my crackling drake. Shock does it here as well. Okay. I feel very good about that exchange. I'm going to go ahead and cannonade here. I know it's a 1-for-1, but it means I'm dead to less cards, like less exact cards in their hand. So they're dead to Shock. They're dead to Lightning Strike. I'm dead to Banefire. Alright. Final thoughts on Thousand Year Storm. I think we have a little too much top end here. Pirate's Pillage is really, really good with Thousand Year Storm, so I think it's fine to keep that. I would like to see these Chemister's Insights and maybe these Cannonades become discoveries, and then you can add in like a non-zero amount of Dragon Skull summons, because it's a red source that lets you cast Discovery as well as be able to flashback or to be able to play Dispersal later in the game. I could also see like going up like playing a non-zero amount of like Lava Coils as well, just because like our combo does take a while to put together. The Arclight Phoenix plan in the board I don't think is very good either. I just don't think like, because our curve is high, I don't think that we have we are able to consistently flip it. So being able to like, one, get it into the yard, and then two, flip it seems kind of difficult in this deck. I could also see like going up a non-zero amount of Shocks and playing like Lava Coils, just like more stuff to let us live longer. So Thousand Year Storm is really cool. I think this card is really, really powerful when it does its thing. And I think there's just a few minor tweaks here and there that would help this list out.